Hi, Mr. Harold. So now I'll be sharing my reflection on the TGFU session that I coached just now. So there was a lot of errors that my group has done that could have been addressed or done much better. So this session was a learning opportunity for us and to reflect on its importance for improvement for our ESE final TGFU coaching. So there was four components to this session. First will be the game 1 Q&A, practice tasks, again game 2, as well as enhanced play. So let's start with the game 1, the shaping of play. So I felt that it was pretty straightforward for game 1. We used appropriateness of the exaggeration. We had 4 players on offense every time, so there will be always a 4v3, and we focused on counter attack. So conditions were set. So conditions used for shape play, I think, was appropriate. We had one condition: every time you score, the opponent team will have 5 seconds to counter attack, so to try to get the ball to the other side to score, and so on. And I felt that was pretty straightforward. However, there's certain key areas that we could have done better, like checking for understanding of the condition, like asking the students what were the conditions, like ask them to repeat before we start the game 1. So that's one improvement that we could have done. So for the execution of game 1, I feel that we gave short, sharp, and sweet instructions, so it wasn't very complicated, wasn't very long. However, we did not really observe what's happening in game 1, so we can use it, apply it to Q&A and our game 2. So we were just like going with the flow. So the correct way is to observe and start planning for what conditions and enhancements to make for game 2. And the Q&A part as well, to highlight any teachable moments. Okay, so that's my take on our game 1. It's needs a lot of improvement. So next will be the Q&A portion. Our Q&A portion was done very vaguely, and it was pretty straightforward, so we didn't try to like probe questions. We only prepared 3 questions. Like, why was the board used instead of a normal goalpost? Is to let them try the counter attack tactical problem that we are trying to achieve. So that's their answer for us. So second question will be the why is there a 5-second rule after a team score? Why is there a 5-second rule to attack? So their answer was counter attack. So that was the answer we were looking for, but we only asked 2 questions, so we could have like asked like 4 types of questions. So like value question, so how they all find the game, was it hard? So next, recall questions. Recall questions would be like, if you remember from what you did just now, what could you have done better? So in-game questions. So this question would be like, when you were trying to counter attack, what are some, let's say, hard challenges or challenges you faced? Yeah. So we could have asked more open-ended questions, probe questions, and especially relate teachable moments from game 1 to my Q&A. So that's, I think, really important for all the Q&A portion. I think planning and preparing questions in advance was good, but I did not prepare enough questions that requires me to probe them. Okay, so next for our practice task moment. So this is one of the 4 tasks that we messed up on. So we did not have like a technical skill that we had to teach. So I thought that TGFU is mainly tactical, so we didn't really include any technical aspects. So there wasn't any key coaching points. That's what Dr. Coral told us today. We mainly, however, our practice task was really game-like, which is really good, I feel. But Gentile taxonomy was applied, so passive to active defender, the progression, that's good. Regression for stronger and weaker players were not applied, unfortunately. So we either did it together, or we either progress together or regress together, which is not good for certain players because there's weaker and stronger players, so you have to progress and regress accordingly. So we did not have a success goal for this practice task, so we just went with the flow. For example, we should have like a goal, let's say make 5 passes out of 10, like 50%. That's one example. So like I said, we didn't include KCPs. That's very crucial. So okay, we could improve on that. So next, game 2, freeze play and enhanced play. For the freeze play portion, we only did one freeze play, which highlighted a key learning point. But throughout the game 2, we did not set any new conditions. So we used the same condition we did with game 1, which is wrong. We should have maybe handicapped the stronger players, or time constraints. Let's say it was 5 seconds in game 1, could be 3 seconds in game 2. So that's one improvement. So when we freeze, we did not ask much questions, so we mainly told them what they should do or what they could have done. Instead, we should be asking questions for them to discover themselves what they should have done or could done better. So that's for the freeze play. So enhanced play, unfortunately we don't have, and we forgot to implement any enhanced play because we were the first team that started and we weren't really prepared. So enhanced play, we could have done we could have handicapped the stronger players. Let's say Daniel was defending very well with his legs. We could have said like, Daniel cannot use his legs, only can use the floorball stick. So that's one that we should have done. For this portion of game 2, we didn't have a KCP that we focused on during the practice task. So for the whole game, we didn't really had an objective. All we did was focus on the 5-second rule, which was very repetitive and wrong. So that's for the conclusion. Conclusion is the last one. So since we didn't have any KCPs, we couldn't probe them questions like what are the key coaching points, asking someone to demonstrate what we done. So it was good. It was not a very good attempt, but it was a good learning session for me. I took down notes of what I could have done, or what a good TGFU session is like. So yeah, that's all. Thank you.